Oh, it's all love. My friends, my brothers, my sisters, my seekers, my bringers of light, my lovers of love. How are you? I'm excited you're here. Is this number 5? I think it might be number 5. I should know that, right? Yeah, that's a good sign that I don't know that, because that means I'm sticking with it. I'm doing them almost, every other day or every day. And welcome to the 1 Mint vlog, where I share, how to learn to be who we really are, to live in our oneness, to not experience fear, to come from joy and love, right? So today's topic is the word for the year. Like, do you have a word for the year? And I started doing this a few years ago with my wife, and it was really cool. Like, we really feel like we somewhat mastered and really concentrated and focused on whatever that word was. And so that's why I'd highly recommend it to you. In this video, I don't know when you're watching it. I think it's February 3rd today of 2023. You might be watching this soon thereafter or years later. If you don't have a word for the year, it doesn't matter when it is. Like, start your year right then. If it's early in the year, like now, have it be the rest of the year. It's all good. Like, don't use the whole year thing as an excuse not to do it. Now, what I have done in the past is, I just kind of sometimes thought like, oh, hey, this would be like a cool word. But I've really put more, effort into it. Like, what would I like to improve upon? Where would I like to grow? What would I like to heal? And I have struggled, like most people, in wanting to control my environment, wanting to control my results, really focusing on goals and it needing to be a certain way. And then I'd be successful or happy or abundant or peaceful or whatever. I've already been talking about that. We'll talk about that much more. Yet, with this year, that's the thing, is like, I want to work on that. I want to work on letting go. I want to work on being good with what shows up. I want to, be in a very good place, regardless of what it looks like out there to my eyes that are judging incorrectly. Okay. So this year, my word is allowing. Okay. And the reason I chose that is because, just like what I said, that I want to trust that what is unfolding is the perfection of, what is required or needs to happen for me to completely come into my wholeness, my oneness, into love, and that everything is conspiring towards that advancement. And so when I get lost, or when I start judging, when I get frustrated, when I get mad, I'm looking at it from a perspective that I don't know. And so with allowing, that is showing that, like, I'm letting the process unfold. I'm not attached to it looking a certain way. So that's just a quick explanation, for me. For your word, I'd recommend coming up with like 5. Maybe get with, a spouse, a friend, somebody you connect with, and kind of go through like what each of those words would mean for you, and like what it could look like in your life to like live that and really study that, and how to express, that word. And then, put it everywhere, hang it up on a mirror, hang it up. I put it like on my screensaver on my phone. Like, I constantly see my word, because then it's just like, yes, right now I'm allowing. Like, that's my concentration. Like, I'm allowing it to unfold. I'm allowing and having faith and trusting, right? So put your word, everywhere you can think of, and meditate on it daily, focus on it, discuss it, read books on it, go there, dive into it, become whatever the expression or meaning of that word is, as just part of your remembering. And this is what it looks like to awaken. This is what it looks like towards enlightenment. All of us are already awakened. All of us are already enlightened. There's just this veil. There's this like darkness that like covers it up right now. And if you're watching this video, like, you're in the process of like understanding that, seeing it, knowing it, and like leaving it behind you and slowly and possibly quickly waking up, right? So that's it for today. Get your word for the year. It will be extremely helpful. And I have had a great experience with it. My wife has had a great experience with it. I've talked to a lot of friends that have done it, so highly recommend it. And I'd love to hear your word. Like, come up with your word and comment. What is your word and why? And what are some ways like you would like to express that? And I'll share some possible ideas too. I'll share some additional things that you could do. So it's all designed to be fun. It's all love, right? It's all good. So also, I think I wore this in the first video. I'm coming up with these T-shirts, and one of my big things is like, to let people know everything's going to be all right. Everything is all right. Everything's like perfect right now. It's just our perception of who we think we are and what we're seeing in the world and not understanding it. So just want to leave on that note. Remember that. Pick your word. Would love for you to subscribe if you haven't. Share this. Join me on this oneness journey. That's why I'm doing this blog. Like, you're going to come along with me. I've been sharing stories in my life just like I am today. Like, what am I doing to practice this? So much love, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.